Life much better than yours. No such thing.
Heart beating fast, let a nigga know that he alive.
Woo!
Fake niggas mad, snakes in the grass, let a nigga know that he alive. Don't sleep on your mother, there's beauty in the struggle. Beauty in the struggle. There's beauty in the struggle, ugliness in the success. Hear my words and listen to my signal of distress. I grew up in the city and know sometimes we had less. Compared to some of my niggas down the block, man, we were blessed. And life can't be no fairy tale, not once upon a time. But I be got that, never know we trying. So tell me, mama, please, when you be drinking all the time. All the pain, fuck you, tears, in your mind. Pain, still niggas on mine. All the gold, this is fine.
Better than yours. No such thing. Life much better than yours. Better than yours.
For what's money without happiness? Or hard times without the people you love?
Back up in this piece again. Where you going at, man? Where you going? Woo!
But I can feel my grip loosen it. Quick, do something before you lose it. Good, get it back and use it.
Black.
Touch the people how you
hot.
I'm tired of
Fire.
because they always invite you. Think being broke was better. And I don't mean that phrase with no disrespect. To all my niggas out there living in debt. Cash minimum checks. Put on the TV, see a nigga Rolex.
Oh yeah, back up in the building. Booyah. Welcome back, family. We're going to get this party started.
Always gonna be a bit that's better than the one you got. Always gonna be some comfort fresher than the ones you got. Always gonna be a bitch that's better out there on the doors. But you ain't never
Much better than yours.
Yo, such thing as a likeness. Better than yours. Yo, such thing as a likeness.
Better than yours.
Yo, such thing as a likeness. Better than yours. No such thing. Yo, such thing as a likeness.
Better than yours.
Yo, such thing as a likeness.
Full spectrum dominance tonight again, family. Back up in this place. No such thing.
Heart beating fast, let a nigga know that he alive. Fake niggas mad, snakes in the grass, let a nigga know that he alive. Woo!
Let everybody get up in here. Everybody on YouTube, Facebook, Rumble, Twitter, radio station, TikTok, Instagram. Full spectrum dominance tonight. You know how we do full spectrum dominance, family. Full spectrum.
I got it, I'm in skinny, Louis, I your body. As long as you dreaming about me, ain't no problem. I don't got nobody just with you right now. But the truth, I look better under you. I can't lose when I'm with you. How can us lose and miss the moment? You just too important. Nobody like you do. I can't lose.
Come on in and have a seat. Come on and have a seat.
I can't just lose and miss the moment. You're just so important. Nobody like you do. In the top chair ride with you, I feel like Scarface. What you with the fuck I be in me? Argument back up to my place. Sex and argument, not silent on you, big one. Smashing grabs, yeah. Nasty habits take a hold when you're not in. Ain't a home when you're not in. Are they wrong when you're not in? I'm saying, I can't lose when I'm with you. How can I lose and miss the moment? You just so important. Nobody do fight like you do. I can't lose when I'm with you. How can I lose and miss the moment? You just too
Woo! We got Kenya on fire tonight, man. On fire over there. Stab was out in the street over there. Stab was putting in that work. We're gonna show it. Stab was over there putting in that work. Stab was on the streets. I'm proud of him. Stab was in there putting in that work. We'll start this bad boy in a minute. Everybody get up in there wherever you at. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen. If you're on YouTube, you know what to do. Get the likes up. Facebook, do what you do on Facebook. Rumble, get those likes up. Twitter, /X, whatever you do over there. Instagram, we everywhere tonight. So we're gonna keep this thing light and funky. Woo! Over here. Keep going over there. I'm over here. So I'm moving over there. I'm over here. Let me get this thing started in a minute. Okay. Shout out to everybody. Proud of my staff over there out on the streets, putting that work in. We're going to talk about the whole thing, what's going on. The waking up of African people finally. You know, the black people been crushed by a white system that's corrupt as shit. Everybody get adjusted. Slow it on down. Everybody get on up and then get adjusted. I'm over here. God damn. Make my hands go the minute thing go up. Well, everybody's ready to get started. Everybody, welcome to Black Hot Fire Network. We are a radio station, first of all, in America and in Africa, based in Kenya and Uganda. So, like I said, Kenya's on fire right now. And they try to fight for freedom. On my sleeve. Woo! Everybody get on up in here. I see you guys on Twitter. See you guys on YouTube, Facebook. I see you. Everybody get on up in here. See everybody on run up in here on TikTok. That's what's up. See right there. You guys will see right there. We're on all the other stations. That's right. Over here.
It was about 5 minutes ago when I seen her hot chick, but a girl me never seen before. I say, yo, there's a girl I wanna beat up. On second thought, that ain't the way to go. I thought I did with baby proper, spinning so spaghetti, and I'm not stopper. Oh, should I talk about a smile? Oh, what about a smile? I'm out of time. She's at the door, I gotta go for mine. Oh, should I talk about a smile? I'm out of time. She's at the door. I gotta go for mine. I think I'll see her. And I gotta admit that you got my attention. You're making me
Wanna say yeah.
How I love you, keep you here with me, oh baby. That's what they hold up my hand. And that's within the focus hours. You say it won't really take. You wanna fight, you just want to stop.
wanna see him. Everybody just get ready. Don't have no short attention span. We almost get ready to go. Just let everybody get up in the room, fam. Everybody get on up in here. Stay where you at. Keep your seat. Some people on TikTok. Some people on Twitter. People on YouTube. People on Facebook. Some people on Rumble. So sit back and relax. We're gonna get this thing popping in a minute.
I'm outside in that AMG, right outside, TT, two-turn baby girl, you know me. Still with the dogs that I grew beside. All the niggas around me, high and they die. Gotta watch the time, cause it's flying right by. I'm outside in that AMG, right outside, TT, two-turn baby girl, you know me. Who am I? All the niggas around me, high and they die. Gotta watch the time, cause it's flying right by. Two-turn baby girl, you know me. I just called a shorty off a friend.
Hallelujah. Back in the right here. Now, where you going at, man? Over here. Where you going? Over here. God damn, what's wrong with you? All right, y'all. Back in the building. Here we go. Woo! Come on, Jimmy. Get my camera back on that joint. Okay. Let's do this. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, we'll say welcome back to everybody to the Black Hot Pride Network show. I'm your host, Mr. Black Hot Pride. Always on that ass. Now, we're broadcasting live from the homeland of the United States of America all the way over to the mother continent of Africa, because we're truly one of the only international radio programs, and that's what's up. Go on. Now, I want to give a shout out to everybody watching us on YouTube, everybody on Facebook, everybody on Instagram, everybody on Twitter/X, everybody on Rumble, everybody on TikTok, and everybody on the Foundational Black channel, BlackHotPrideNetwork.com, and all podcasting platforms globally. So strap on your head and get ready for this ride. Here we go. Black Hot Fire. Come on. Whoa. As we proceed to give you what you need. Don't be stingy. Tap the screen if you're on TikTok. Hit the like button if you're on YouTube. Or do whatever you need to do to show appreciation. Because you know what? Bring the alarm. School's back in, stupid. Here we go. Over here, where you going? Stupid. Woo! Black. Hot. Bang! Come on. Let that get up in your family. Don't be scared. We up in this piece. We up in this piece. You ain't got to be scared. Black. Hot. Bang. Come on. Whoa. Anybody on the radio? Glad to hear you. Glad to see you. Everybody on TikTok? Glad to see you. Glad to hear you. Woo! Everybody on Facebook? Glad to see you. Glad to hear you. Everybody on YouTube? Glad to see you. Glad to hear you. Woo! Everybody on Twitter and Rumble? Same thing. Woo! All right. I feel so good to be back, you know what I'm saying? Been away for a minute. You'll be back on a normal basis. Over here. Black, hot, tight. Yeah. Black, hot, tight. Come on. Feels so good letting that get up in you. Never gets old. We just get older, but it never gets old. Black, hot, tight. All right, family. Much love to everybody out there. Yeah, much love to everybody out there. We back. Now we're gonna talk about that situation right now. It's happening across the ocean over there in Kenya. If you guys knew the Blackout Fire, you guys know we are also located in the country of Kenya. And so right now they're having protests in the street trying to regain freedom for the first time in really 200 or 300 years, right? The white supremacists have had a yoke over the African continent. Stealing, robbing, killing. And so, with the miseducation of African people, it's been a free fall of just wild theft and white invasion, stealing of lands and never wanting to leave certain parts of the continent and making up other false narratives, like the South African white people talking about they were already there and when these black people were in Africa when they showed their ass up in South Africa. So, the generations to come, when these countries got independence, what they never did in Africa, the Europeans put their puppets in there to really just manage their affairs for them. And so since these Africans, they made sure they vetted was so duplicitous, it's been a system of corruption and graft and theft for the last 60 years. And through the advent of radio stations like myself and other people putting their money into Africa, educating the youth, they understand exactly what's going on now. They got some understanding of what's happening. And so it goes back to this economic bill that was passed Thursday. It wasn't drafted by anybody in Kenya. It was drafted by the IMF. And if anybody's ever read the Confessions of an Economic Hitman, you know what I'm talking about. Confessions of Economic Hitman, the IMF and World Bank, anything white people do is never there to serve you and be beneficial to you. It's all fake, it's all phony, it's all a smoke screen. It's to put you in debt, endless debt, so they can steal your resources. It's always predatory. It's always parasitical. And since they had these puppets in, they never advanced Africa's educational system so people would know what's going on. But say, what's wrong with Africa? Why won't it develop? What's happening? Well, they've been caught in a system of fear and ignorance. Fear and ignorance. Because I told you, once you get over your fear, you gain your power back. And so I'm going to show some videos what's happening in Kenya right now. And shout out to my staff that was out there. People were being killed today in Kenya, just peacefully protesting because the smoke screen of being these democracies are absolutely fake and phony. There are no democracies in Africa, especially sub-Saharan Africa. They're all controlled by European power that rob. The fact that they're so goddamn honest with their robbing and stealing. They refuse to develop the countries that they're stealing every goddamn thing from. That's what's so crazy and honest about it. They're so viciously wicked with their stealing. As African people, they would have been happy to share it with them, but no. These goddamn white people, they got to take everything from you because they got a superiority complex. But they don't understand how time works. Things are cyclical, family, not linear. Things go up, things go down. Things rise, things fall. Now the Africans start rising, the European will fall. That's the nature of the pendulum. Pendulum swings far to the right, it must swing back to the left. They think it's going to be a perpetual thing of them, their wickedness, brutality, killing, raping, and stealing. Imagine this. So they set up these schemes after World War II, something called the Bretton Woods Accords, to rob and steal from the rest of the world. To get their labor, to get their resources for little or nothing. To build Europe, to build Asia, to build America off the backs of Africa. And so unfortunately for these morons that they put in power, these puppets they keep installing, they didn't get the memo that the youth were gaining more knowledge through social media. Even though social media is censored, it's controlled by the same individuals, they created this social media thing, and that's why it's so censored now, right? That's why it's so censored now. So, over here, man, where you going? Now it's highly censored, but they've been able to share information and wake up because everything taught to African people globally has been a goddamn lie. It's been a lie. And so when African people taking back their own history and recounting all the lies that's been told, it's been giving them back their confidence. The African mind has been shattered and brainwashed with fake religions, worshiping white people. These white Jesus they brought in. Here, worship me. I'm wicked as shit and stealing everything, but worship me. And that's the shit they've been giving. Worship me. No matter how wicked I am, the genocides I've created all throughout Africa. Now, I wish I could share their TikTok videos with you guys. Those are the best ones. But unfortunately, TikTok banned the Africa account while they were out there. They were out there killing, the police were out there killing innocent protesters. Imagine that. Over here. We're out there killing innocent protesters. And so, my staff's Kenyan TikTok was suspended. Of course, you show the truth, they weren't doing it, but show what was happening. Why should it be suspended? All they were doing was showing what was happening. So why should it be suspended? Because it's censorship. The world doesn't want you to know what actually happens, what's actually real. Because this world is corrupt and wicked at its core. I know YouTube ain't sending out no damn thing. Ain't nobody know me, but they completely suppressed the YouTube channel. Was completely crazy now. And so what happened is you had an IMF bill that was trying to pass since they couldn't beat the war in the 60s with the Mau Mau. They didn't have enough white people actually fight in Africa. Like these countries starting to get free of the European rule. But they can't let Africa go because it's the wealthiest continent on the planet. With all the fake memes and go back to Africa. You go back to Africa, you find them there. Ain't that funny? You can't get their ass out of Africa. but they'll tell you to go back to Africa. All kind of idiotic nonsense. So the IMF had drafted a bill that was going to steal land from the Kenyans. If you don't know, during colonialization, Kenya was supposed to be the white man's land. They planned to genocide. Same what they did in Australia. Everywhere they go, they plan genocides and shit. They plan these genocides. So they're planning to genocide the Kenyan people. Damn, mom. Let's go it. Let's get him. Let's get him. I don't really doubt his ass. Shit, damn mom. Anyway, things. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. Gotta get my backup back on. So anyway. I can draw over here, right here, over there. So anyway, this new scam they were trying to do was get the land back, right? Steal land again. Now through punitive measures, legislative measures, not through war, but since they got their puppets in, they were going to give them all these fake ass loans, this paper money that's absolutely worthless. And then have a way to steal the land, give it to the corporations, and have the Africans goddamn homeless in their own damn country. The same wicked schemes and scams they always do. Always predatory. Always predatory. They want to tell you about their civilization. What civilization? Where you ever been civilized? And so the youth understood what was going on, not just the taxation they were going to be levied on them, but the stealing of their ancestral lands. And given in the hands of white corporations. These are the scams. And if you read the Confessions of an Economic Hitman, you know what you're talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So right now you've had mass protests in Kenya because they know this is the selling of the country to white interests. The IMF, you know, the cat's on that. If you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. The cat's on the IMF and the World Bank. These banks are owned by the same fucking wicked ass people. Right? You know, so it's no coincidence that's what's going on. And so the people, the youth, are not scared anymore. So they always want to come in Africa with their tribal nonsense. The youth in Kenya are not tribal. So that's not working. So it's always the divide and conquer. They've come together and done something that their grandparents could never do because they were too colonized and propagandized in the head. So like I'm saying, right now, on the streets of Kenya, it's absolutely crazy right now. I'm sure half the video, but I wish I could show that TikTok video they had. That was better. Them on TikTok was better because it was when everything was going on. And oddly enough, TikTok cut their feed, banned our channel over there. You don't know what the African channel is? It's Black Hot Fire Radio. Black Hot Fire Radio on TikTok is the Kenyan station. Black Hot Fire Radio is the Kenyan station. The American station is Black Hot Fire Network, and then Mr. Black Hot Fire. So the third, the Kenyan channels is just Black Hot Fire Radio. So that account got banned for just them showing the truth. They were just outrageous. All kind of shit was breaking loose. And so the youth stormed the Parliament building in Kenya and started to burn it down to the ground. If you guys remember January 6th a few years ago when the white people went all crazy and went to the Capitol, it's the same thing. Those cats were inside the Parliament building, which is their capital, inside the Parliament building, looking at shit, talking. Same thing. Same exact thing's hilarious. but they tried to burn it down to the goddamn ground. Because now this genie's out the bottle. It's not going to be plugged back in. These morons, these African leaders are so fucking stupid. They're not leaders. These common they put in. They looking for who's responsible for this? Who's responsible for this thing? Because they've been kidnapping people. No, come over here. Over here. Where you going? So they've been kidnapping people, family, and then disappearing them. They've been kidnapping people. But you're going to live in a democracy. So don't believe that fake democracy that white people, that's a scam white people give you. They make sure these countries are having democracy so they can steal resources. It's all about the keeping African people poor, ignorant, and stealing of the money. Because Europe never had any money. Never had any resources. So how's it wealthy? Through stealing, robbing, and killing. That's how Europe got rich, stealing, robbing, and killing. No matter what kind of big history they tell you, that's how it got rich. Stealing, robbing, and killing. Okay? And so now, if anybody wants to call in, 850-368-9102. That's 850-368-9102. You want to come on TikTok? I don't want to do any goopy challenges on both of them. So African countries have been subjugated to give all their resources to Europeans for free. They put their fucking puppets in there, give them a few trinkets because these Negroes they make sure they get the most despotic, moronic individuals in there. That's why you see all these leaders, they stupid as hell, they look all dumb and like half retarded. Going to all these summits looking all weird and goofy. That's on purpose. They're the most corrupt, the most ignorant, the most moronic individuals, the most easily corrupted people that they put there. So that's what you got with Ruto. They conned his ass to send troops to Haiti, and then he cut the money. He stole most of the money that America gave him. That's how corrupt these bastards are. So he sent the people to die in Haiti, and he stole the majority, 80% of that money he stole. They gave him $100 million to send Kenyans to Haiti. He stole 80% of that money. He just stole it. They're corrupt. But see, the problem is, Africans have been asleep so long, but the youth are not. So they're taken to the streets. So let me stop talking. Let me just share some of these videos with you guys. First, let me share Job and them video with you guys. I don't want to show the whole thing. Like I said, I wish I had that TikTok one they had, but they were in the thick of things. They got fired upon. People died today. Innocent kids were murdered today in Kenya. But it's not going to be a trial because remember, Ruto's a puppet of the West. They need him to pass that bill. They can graft and steal. They'll tell you Africa's poor, but they want it. All you morons, they don't go to Africa and Africa this. What kind of violation I got? What? Your life is flagged for hate speech. What hate speech? What hate speech? I'm not giving any hate speech. What are you talking about? See, you tell the truth about them stealing and robbing, that's hate speech. There's no hate speech here. You keep trying to report there's no hate speech here because there's no hate. History, anybody speak history with white people is hate. They're immune to history. Now, robbing and killing and stealing is a fact. There's no hate here. So flag me on TikTok for hate. What hate speech have I done? What hatred have I given to anybody? Nothing. Hate speech. History's always hate speech to them. The robbing, the killing, the murder. These are facts of history. Genocides were committed. These are facts. How's this hate speech that you committed genocide? The fragility of these people is absolutely insane. What hate speech have I done? Nothing. Sound crazy. Genocides were committed. I'm talking about hate speech. You done actually hatred, genocide in people. Big hate speech. Hatred of nobody. You committed genocide. These are facts. How's that hate speech? Sound crazy, sketchy. You're speaking hate speech by telling me I committed genocide. Well, you did. Yeah, but so what? I don't want you to tell me that. You want me to tell you that you committed genocide? Well, it's a fact you did. Let me go to the middle part of this. System of wickedness and death. But let me show this, guys. We'll give me a second. Let me show this real quick, guys. Give me a second. Share my screen. Now I'm gonna go to some other TikTok videos. I can't go to their TikTok, but I'm gonna go to some other TikTok videos and show what's going on the ground. But I'm gonna show their videos first. This is just the beginning of what was kicking off. See, this early morning when things were just getting started. So they start blocking the roads. They start trying to protect individuals, right? Blocking the roads, trying to protect individuals. And it started to get out of control. They started, shooting innocent men, women, and children out there. And unfortunately, some people lost their lives. Now, me saying that, how's that any hate speech? Me talking about the rob and pillaging. What hate speech you talking about? Either you did it or you didn't. When black people talk about the issues, things that happen, that somehow these things become hate speech, which is absolutely crazy. Anyway, let me let this play out. I'm not trying to say that, but goddamn, Shemaya gained a lot of damn weight in a year. It's crazy. Shemaya used to be smaller than damn Joby last year. This shit's crazy. I don't know what the fuck she eating. That shit's crazy to me still.
People are usually coming with matatu apun. Roads have been blocked, no allowed to get into the CBD town. But the number is crazy already. Far away from here, guys. So we just landed.
See the guy in the blue right there, your spirit with the hat on. That's Danny right there. That's my editor. That's Danny. Canvas is out there running around somewhere. I can't find his ass. He's out there somewhere. But the crowd's gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay? And Smart J, if you want the link, go to the other channel. I'm on both YouTube channels. You can get the link over there. Go to Black Hot Pie Network 2 on YouTube. Black Hot Pie Network 2 on YouTube. And click the link over there. I left it inside the chat room over there. That'll help you join the show over here. So let's go to the Black Hot Pie Network 2 channel. Black Hot Pie Network 2. Oh, you're already over there. Okay. You're already in there. Okay, let me go and let me see the link.
Yes, hello.
All right, let me pause it for a second. All right, what's going on, Smart J?
I'm good.
You good? All right. What's on your mind? What you want to say? Can you guys hear Smart J? What you guys can hear, I'm sure. Let me take this off for a second, guys. I know you guys can hear him. This is our brother from Kenya right now. He found us again when they took down the other channel. Let me get out of this real quick. Give me a second, guys. All right, bro. So what's on your mind, man? Talk to us.
Okay, I am Smart J from Kenya, and I am very happy youth here because yesterday people woke up and they knew that they will liberate their country because they were determined to reach the parliament, and the goal was that one, and they did exactly that one. On Thursday, they are planning to go to the State House.
Mm-hmm.
All because of corrupt politicians who have stolen everything.
Everything.
And left for the people and citizens. They are claiming that they are the only youth. They are claiming that it's only youth who are protesting. But I can confirm to you that even the parents, our parents.
Yeah, I see the parents come out. Yes.
Are telling us to go to the street because it's our future which is stolen from us. And I must confirm this, that all this is caused by IMF.
Yeah.
IMF is injecting billions and billions of money to the corrupt politicians who don't know how to spend it.
No. They know how to spend it. They know what they're doing, Smart J. What they're doing is, see, it's called Confessions of an Economic Hitman. Those loans are never meant to be paid back. It's phony, fake money anyway. It's to get the real resource of Kenya, actually steal the whole country out underneath the Kenyan people. That's what all this shit is happening in Africa with these puppets. There's no real leader except you got Ibrahim Traoré, these other ones that broke free, but there's no other real leaders in Africa. Africa's set up as a fiefdom for the white people, for white Europeans. And me saying that, I got some damn hate speech on TikTok. There's no hate. It's a fact or it's not. It's factual. Everything I'm saying is factual. Doesn't do it any hate. See, the whole thing is that they never allow Africans to ever get free and claim their wealth back. That's the scam the world's been running. And the youth finally have enough information to understand this. They're not their parents, they're not their grandparents, they're all scared and meek, be quiet, go to church and whisper heaven later, all that nonsense. The country's being stolen from them. And the puppets are, it's so moronic, Smart J. You had one idiot in the parliament talk, I know these are not real demonstrations in Kenya. I'm a photographer. This is outside the country. It's crazy. It's crazy propaganda. Good.
I must say this one because I am happy because our youth have stand up and they are fighting real issues.
Yeah.
Even the town where I live in a town where we voted almost 90% with this president, but we were in the streets fighting real issues.
Fine.
We were not. I am on the same tribe.
I'm this tribe nonsense. Yeah, I'm so proud of you guys. So proud of you.
We share the same tribe, but we put the tribe issue aside. We were being raised on the issues, and they are trying to look for the leader of this.
I know. I'm not being no leader.
It is leaderless.
Exactly.
We are fighting on real issues. These people are the one who are imposing leaders so that they can buy them and tell them that they silence us.
Exactly.
But our voices will be heard and will be seen worldwide that we have revolted against a government that borrows 19 billion, but what reaches ground is zero.
Zero.
No, zero.
Well,
And we don't want to leave our country there and go outside abroad to go and work. We don't want. We want to make our country to be a very good country for us and even our children. So that guy just comes here and tells us that there's jobs abroad, apply. Let him go. Why not himself to go? We are not interested. We want to make our country great because us here, we know that we are here for long and this is where we will die.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Go ahead.
So in this country we are saying that we will fight till the end because we know the root cause. This is not the 19th century. Internet now, we are speaking with you. I am here in Eldoret in a good internet and we can communicate with you there in US.
Yeah, I'm in the U.S. exactly. And go ahead, Project. Go ahead.
It means that going forward we will have equal opportunities because when internet penetrates, we can still earn same money.
Exactly.
So if we spoil our country now, it means that going forward, if you earn something, it will be deducted by tax to pay these loans, which we don't account. So us as youth, we have stand up and say that we will fight, and we must our voices should be heard. Nobody should tell us that if we don't take these loans, our economy will crumble. Who told you the first time to take it? Why build a dead railway from almost half of the GDP of the money, which is now not being used? It's being used by the Chinese.
Yeah.
Why build a road that is not going nowhere?
Yeah. And why not use your own engineers to build it? See, this is the con scam game that's been going to African people. See, they know African people, sad enough, I'm going to say, be honest, they know they usually be docile and quiet. See, it's now they don't know what to do. Like just like Smart Jake said, who's the leader? Because now they've been kidnapping people. They don't understand that this is actually an organic movement. Nothing to do with none of these fake controlled oppositions like Aurelia Odinga nonsense, that tribal shit. This is actually a real movement from the grassroots up. That's what scares them to death. Because this shows a no confidence vote to Ruto. No confidence. The country wants him gone. See, so I've already been asked to other channels family to help start a youth party in Kenya where we can start a new party that actually benefits Kenyan people. I'm gonna keep that on the down low because you know how they listen to everything. So, but understand, this is going to be like throughout Africa. Kenya is a linchpin country. I told you that. Kenya, Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa. So one of those fall, all of Africa falls. And this is being shown everywhere. And you see all the youth in Africa, they're behind Kenya. Because there's been the fear and Africans living in misery and just giving religion. Oh, just pray till you go to heaven. Be poor here while these people have stolen everything out of Africa. And everybody else is wealthy off of Africa's back. That's another fact. It's not hate speech. Either that's factual or it's not. Africa never knew that they were wealthy. grew up in a system, they know that they're the wealthiest continent. They were never taught that in their goopy school. They were told European lies. All kind of crazy propagandist lies. And so as the youth come up out of these lies and they're holding these, see, Africa's officials never been held accountable for nothing. So now the youth are holding them accountable. As Smart J is saying. And they're scared to death. They don't know what to do. Kidnapping people. Who's responsible for this? They've never seen an organic movement like this in Africa, ever. This is the first. That's why it's so amazing. They've never seen nothing like this in Africa. Nothing. And you better believe the white people scared the shit. Because if this is a domino effect, Africa gets free, becomes wealthy again. Because it's the wealth of the planet. See, that's a known fact. It's the wealth of the planet. You say that unapologetically. And that belongs to me as an African. Not to you. And if I got to fight to get it, to keep it, then that's what I'm going to have to do. And that's what you see the Kenyan youth are doing. So I'm going to give my condolences out to some of the families that lost their children today. Unfortunately, this is what a despotic rule does. But him using live bullets on innocent people, he's supposed to be at the Hague now. But he's not, because he's their puppet. What he did is a crime against humanity. Ruto is supposed to be at the Hague right now because people died. And that was peaceful protest. He won't be because he's their puppet. If he wasn't their puppet, like, oh, we need to get him at the Hague immediately. These are crimes against humanity. Understand the white nonsense they do. See, when they got their puppet in there and they commit crimes, hear no evil, see no evil. But definitely, what happened in Kenya today is crimes against humanity. These are peaceful protests, and they murdered people. Hey, you're supposed to go to the Hague for that. But they're not. They'll get him if he ever turns on this. Hey, time you go to the Hague. Go ahead, Smart J. Yeah. Oh, I lose you gone? You still there? Okay, we'll stay there, Smart J, for a second. Stay there. Stay there for a second. Stay there. Stay there. Stay right there. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm not going to show that. I'm going to show some other things that's happened also in Kenya, but you guys see. It's better than, because like I said, they lost our TikTok account went down today in Kenya. They were live streaming in the streets. Give me a second. Okay, let's see what he's saying.
I hear a few things that the Western world are starting to learn.
Mm-hmm.
The Kenyan people are indeed sons of the soil.
Yeah, they're waking up. So let's see what this gentleman's saying. I'm going to show you a bunch of this stuff right here. I'm going to go through these feeds and let you guys hear some of this stuff real quick. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. Wow, this is such a big deal. This big, believe me, this is a big deal, family. I don't want to put that on. Let me do it like this. Give me a second. I'm going to put it halfway up. Give me a second. Let me do it like this. Let me do it like that. Okay.
Ernie, I hear a few things that this right now is a time for learning. I hear a few things that the Western world are starting to learn.
You say Western world, you know what you're talking about. White people. Okay? Western world is a euphemism for white people. They're looking. They're seeing. Is their rice bowl gonna go away? Is their chicken bowl gonna go away? These Africans wake up and start demanding to get their shit back. We've indoctrinated them for 2 years, told them they were stupid, they were dumb, they were poor and wretched. And they said, nah, we're not none of that. You better believe they're up tonight in the halls of London, Paris, DC, they up.
The Kenyan people are indeed sons of the soil. The Kenyan people are indeed African men and women. The Kenyan people are indeed the descendants of their ancestors. The Kenyan people are indeed the descendants of Mau Mau. I am learning it. Everybody on this app is learning it. IMF is learning it. Western politicians are learning it. And everybody is learning that fact. This is a time for learning. Continue to spread your message. I am more than proud of you, my Kenyan people.
Everybody proud of.
We know
We're very
what
proud
the
of.
Western world has tried to do to you.
Very proud of.
We know what IMF is trying to do to your life.
Exactly.
We are witnessing them.
Exactly. We know what the IMF. Let's just say it says in IMF. Let's say Europeans. Let's say white people. Let's stop being ambiguous. The IMF. Let's say white people trying to come back to the back door, recolonize Africa, Kenya, and the rest of Africa. Told you the whole scam was to get Africa without the African. They're starting to understand that. The whole scam. A lot of Kenyans didn't know Kenya was supposed to be a white man's land. They were supposed to genocide the Kenyans. This is another thing of history. You know, they were supposed to genocide the Kenyans because they love Kenya because it's temperate. A lot of Africa is hot, but Kenya has a temperate climate, adjustable for white people. That's why they loved it. They were never going to let it go until the Mau Mau had to fight. See, and they come back with the same scam. They've always wanted it. That's why they want to move the UN to Kenya. They've always wanted it. The Kenyans realize this, you know, time to fight for what's yours.
We colonize you.
Yeah, we colonize.
We have seen your response to this.
Yeah.
We are witnessing what is happening.
I'm glad they know it's about recolonization. I'm so proud of them. They understood this white supremacy, family, on a level maybe they can't completely fathom, but they get it. They get it. That these puppets were willing to sell their inheritance away, their whole country away, for a few goddamn fake paper notes. They get it.
You know, we have seen the Kenyan parliament. We are noticing what is happening. Everybody is learning a very important lesson. Some lesson that they forgot, but now you have to remind them, and I am glad you are reminding them. The only thing I will say is we need to take a page from the Jewish book, which is never forget. Right now, my Kenyan people,
They're the ones doing it,
do not forget who stood with you. Do not forget who stood against you. Do not forget the musicians that did not speak up. Do not forget the Kenyan actors that did not speak up. Do not forget the Kenyan celebrities that did not speak up. Do not forget the Kenyan businessmen and industrialists who did not speak up. Do not forget the Kenyan politicians.
Those are the Indians that are there. Get their ass out of there.
Do not forget the Kenyan influencers who did not speak up. Because while some of you are out here dying for your land, some people are out here talking about they've only or ever dated rich white men. Do not forget the people who refuse to see your pay, who are supposed to feel your pain. I am proud of you, Kenyan people. Continue what you are doing.
Very proud of them.
This right.
You see the parliament guys running for their lives in Kenya? Look at that. Look at that, trying to get out of there. Look at that. You see the corrupt parliament in Kenya right there trying to run for their lives? The MPs run for their lives in parliament. See that? Because they're corrupt. Serve white masters. Don't care about Kenyan people. Because they were set up there. And Kenya is not, and this is indicative, this is Africa completely. And what Kenya did, it showed other Africans not to be cowards. It showed them not to be a coward. That if you lose your fear, they told you lose your fear, you win. And you might have some losses, that's how life is, sadly enough. But you're the majority. The youth in Kenya are the majority. What this thing trying to do again? Come on. You know, the youth are the majority. All in Africa, the youth is. So if the youth start getting rid of their fear, you puppets gonna have it rough. So you see them running, you see them chasing out their car, they got there. They're trying to get out there.
international community, I am a young journalist in Kenya, and I cannot describe what I've seen today to you. If I want,
It was amazing. They had to take TikTok, cut off our goddamn account. It was amazing if they had on TikTok. I wish they would have put it on YouTube or something. Facebook and all that shit, we would have had it. Yeah, the other stuff they had was kind of boring in the morning. But the real stuff they had on TikTok, they cut that shit off. They banned their account.
describe it in one word and say revolution. Something special, something historic is happening in Kenya.
Yes, very special. Very
Kenyan
short.
youth have breached the walls of parliament. They have gone into parliament. And they are still milling around the venue. They want to get into the act.
And I told you guys it was going to be the youth of Africa. I told you guys. Everybody knew I said that. It's going to be the youth. And it's happening. It's going to happen. I said, we're going to be Nigeria. That started, that tribal shit is just crazy. There's going to be one country. I wasn't sure it's going to be Kenya. One African country is going to light that flame. And what's it like? You're not going to be able to get it out. And I'm glad it's Kenya. You know, I'm proud that it is Kenya. Look at this thing. Hold on, give me a second, guys. Let me try to take down my TikTok now. It's crazy. I gotta keep authorizing shit. But
House. This is crazy, guys. To the international community, I am a young journalist in Kenya, and I cannot describe what I've seen today to you. If I were to describe it in one word, I'd say revolution. Something special, something historic is happening in Kenya.
it's a revolution. It's actually a quiet, peaceful revolution. And see, they got to turn brutal because their governance is imbalanced. All these African puppets, their governance is imbalanced. They need the tribal shit and all that other division stuff to keep them in power. Keep them ignorant. That's why you got school fees in Africa. You know, they got all these African countries got school fees. Where everybody else around the world, school is free. In Africa, they got school fees. They got to pay to get bad education. That's when I first found out when I was young. I first went to Ethiopia and Ghana. I was like, what? School fees? What are you talking about? Went to Nigeria, same thing. Went to Kenya, same thing. Tanzania. Why do you think that is? Because you need to keep a population ignorant that you're stealing from. You got to keep them moronic that you're stealing. Keep them fearful, religiously based, all with Jesus or Allah, whatever crazy shit, and ignorant. And the education that they get, they got to pay to be ignorant. Imagine this crazy shit. They got to pay. They got school fees. You're like, what is that? I think I'm bullshit. That messed my head up when I first went to Africa. I said, what the hell's a school fee? What is that? What are you talking about? You got to pay to go to school? Your tax is supposed to pay for your schooling, not you. And that's how you know it's been a setup from the beginning, from its inception. Because it's in every African nation. Every black African nation is some school fee shit. Every single nation. Kenya, Uganda, Ghana, Tanzania, Togo, Benin, Nigeria, Angola, Namibia, Botswana, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Central African Republic, all that shit, Senegal. You're like, what? So who set this up? Oh, the Europeans. It's all set up. It's all some dastardly shit. It's wicked. Wicked.
You can't blame Nelson Mandela for not knowing what all these dynamics were. And then
They're talking, this is South Africa about Nelson Mandela was a puppet who sold out his own people. You can't blame him for being a puppet. Nelson Mandela, the youth even in South Africa who was slower than Kenyan, they waking. Nelson Mandela's not a hero. Family. White people can't bring you no hero. See when they brought us that big Martin Luther King shit? Trying to explain to you sure what it was? That was a psyop. You go back and actually study MLK. Who put him there? How did he get there? He was the goddamn counterpoint to Malcolm X. That's why we've been worse off ever since we got the MLK nonsense. Because white people made him your hero. White people can't give you no hero. Why they made Nelson Mandela a hero? All these goofy movies. stuff about him, you know the truth about him, will blow your mind. No damn freedom fighter. He sold out his own damn people because he was a sellout to begin with. All these lies they put in people's heads. He's a sellout to begin with. That's why we keep getting sellouts in Africa and nobody ever gets shit done. See, without no leader now in Kenya, this is dangerous. The youth are taking control of the country. So they can't corrupt no puppet. Everybody looking for somebody. Who's the leader of this? Who's the leader? Where's the leader? Who's the leader? Am I the leader? Are you the leader? It's completely organic. And they're scared to death. See, and this genie's out the bottle. And you can't put this genie back in the bottle. This is why you help your brothers and sisters overseas. You know, listen to these psyops they're trying to do in America right now. Right now in America at the psyop, talking about hate African Americans, hate Africans, Africans hate African Americans. That's a psyop. Whenever they see you starting to get close and gain momentum, get yourself free, they put all these psyops in there. Because as you get free as African people, you rise from the bottom back to the top. All their history is lies. We've always been on the top as African people. It's only the last 500 years since this white man is coming to Africa with the robbing and stealing and raping, since he finally got out of the goddamn caves and hills of Europe, impoverished, poor, almost extinct. These are facts. So am I speaking hate speech? Well, these are historical facts. Historical. Oh, they don't want you to know none of that. They wouldn't believe these Walt Disney fairy tales that they were kings and queens and living good. Those are lies. Those are lies. They're filthy, broke, full of disease, and they almost went extinct before they got to Africa. That's a fact. You want to tell me, anybody want to dispute me? You want to get this work? Yeah, I don't want to believe what your white lies they told in your goopy school system. Those are lies. And when I tell them to, they know I'm telling the truth, but they don't call up no more. They'll say thing on TikTok, oh, I'm speaking hate speech. Well, come and dispute me. You won't. You won't try to dispute me, because I'll break your back. You know? I'm not the average African. I know too much shit. You can't gaslight me with dumb shit. It don't work. Man, this is some powerful shit. I don't know if you guys understand the geopolitical meaning of this. This has never been done in Africa, in most of the world, ever. That's how special this shit is. That's why the Wall Street and all these white newspapers are covering it, because they're scared to death of this. They're going to do whatever they can in their power to try to nip this in the bud, but they're not going to be able to. They're not going to be able to. And let me tell you why this is happening. On the other side of the continent, in Nigeria, you got another criminal selling off Africa, the African people. You got another criminal, Tinubu, another moron they put in power. Is a criminal, he'll be locked up, just like the Rudo's stupid ass. Another criminal who just signed away land in Nigeria to make the people impoverished, to give Bill Gates access to their land and give these GMO seeds that do not regrow themselves because they're not real. So now he's got the people going to give seeds every year back to damn Bill Gates, this wicked ass motherfucker here. For seeds that do not grow by themselves. You know, seeds, everything natural, family, grows by itself, grows again. So this is impoverishing Nigeria more, because they gave this Moran a few more shekels. See, the criminality of these African puppets is just obscene. It's in your face, because they know most of their population is docile, ignorant. So they've been getting away with all this wicked shit for so long. And so Kenya thought they could do it again. That was business as usual. But in Kenya, the youth know too much. They share too much information. So that's why they're all messed up and surprised. It's not business as usual. Like, well, we can't just steal shit and say stupid shit and then praise Jesus and go to church and say ignorant shit. That's what they used to do in Kenya. In Africa, period. Bamboozling people. So that's why Tinubu right now can sell half of Nigeria away to fucking GMO fucking farming that does not work. Because there's people still too ignorant to even know what's going on. And they still worship Nigeria. I told you, Nigeria worship white master. They worship that shit. I've been to Nigeria over and over again, and I'm telling you, it's sickening. People that destroying their ass. Destroying their ass. But they'll run your ass over to go. I'm on TikTok, can't be too obvious, but they'll run your ass over to go, you know what, to a white man. They'll run your ass over while they destroy their own goddamn country and lives, because the indoctrination is so deep. So deep. Okay? That's what they do on the other side of Africa, in Nigeria. You look that up. Criminality doesn't stop. They're going to be taken out of power. Ruto's not going to survive this. They can try, no matter what gaslighting they do, he will not survive it. And none of these other puppets are going to survive it. See, this is a real reform. There's not going to be no other fake leader, no other fake controlled opposition. It's going to come from the youth. So Kenya's going to be a little ambiguous right now. So they're going to get brutal. They're going to get to killing more. See, the gloves are off now. There's no more scamming that you live in a democracy. There are no democracies in Africa. People in power 30 and 40 years, and family dynasties, all kind of weird shit. There's no democracy there. And so the children are turning it to one. See, white people like love to gaslight you with democracy. They don't believe in none of that shit. Now the kids want to bring real democracy. That's a threat. We don't want that. So now they're getting shot in the street, which is an international crime. You're not allowed to shoot peaceful protesters. See, but their news is lying, saying these are violent thugs. It's a lie. They're only saying that because they're on the news. They don't want Bruto to be charged with crimes against humanity. That's what this is. He's responsible for those deaths. Happened on his watch. They're not going to say that, though. They say, oh, the protesters got violent. No, they were peaceful. You got shot at.
My African people, look up. The man you're looking at right there, he's not an African. He's an American. He's one of the people that the West are using to carry out the agenda in Africa.
They can't leave Africa alone, brother, because it's wealthy. That's why. They come with their fake ass, we're there to help you. You know, the whole fake thing about the help, when have they ever helped? Never. About all the terrorist groups are them. Terrorist groups are them. But where are they coming to help? Because these people don't have any money. Where are they getting the weapons? There are no weapons manufacturers in Africa. These people that talk terrorism, they bring the terrorists in so they can rob and steal. And you know, they never killed these terrorists. Terrorists just go on for years and years. They never eradicate the terrorism because they're not supposed to. That's the scam. That's the scam. They never eradicate the terrorists. There's no terrorists running around Europe, no terrorists running around America, no terrorists running around the fake, what they call the those things in the Middle East, that's Northeast Africa. No terrorists, it's only in Africa. These terrorists are everywhere. Because Africa's got all the wealth. That's why. That's the scam. That's why they need all these bases, all these military bases all throughout Africa. They're not going to help nobody. What does it help? Where's the benefit? You see, absolutely none. Been no benefit to nobody in Africa. Have no military bases there.
he is currently being sent to Africa.
Of course.
To go and deceive our people.
Exactly.
So when we see...
Same way they tried to bring you Obama, no good, wicked ass. That fake Kenyan story. The old CIA plant. Obama wicked as hell. I'm thinking they're gonna bring Obama to try to do some peaceful shit in Kenya because the people might not know Kenya, who the hell Obama really is. This wicked ass bastard. They might not know how wicked he is. They might not got that memo yet. So they might try to dig his ass up. But I think the youth are smart enough not to listen to him either. Let me get past him.
My type physical? Well,
damn, whose car is that? Damn, he ran over protesters. This guy ran over a protester. What they doing his ass? God damn. You won't run over protesters no more. Shit. Woo! Shit. This guy ran over a protester. Look at that shit there. You won't be running over no more protesters no more. That ain't gonna work. Wow. Shit. Damn, I hope are they still in there? Yeah. That's why I say his wife was real. Yeah, Nelson Mandela's wife. That's why he divorced her. She was the real thing. That's why he divorced her, Sam. When he got a pretty divorced Winnie Mandela, because she was the real thing. He got rid of her ass. White people told him to get rid of her ass too. He kicked her to the curb. Yeah, because she was the real thing. He got rid of her ass.
There is a white man. There is a white man here. He's the one who was beating your grandmothers and grandfathers. Why don't you?
Look, don't you? South African people are cowards, that's right, and afraid of white people. That's only the truth. I've been there. I know they are. Scared to death. See, the Kenyans have lost their fear. They're scared to death. They won't take their land back.
There is a white man here. He's the one who was beating your grandmother.
He will beat your grandmother's right.
Why don't you?
Why don't you do it then?
They can't. They are scared. They are cowards. They are
right.
afraid. They are scared to lose a job. They can't even speak like me. I don't need a job, me. I can speak like this. Cancel me is fine. I'll bounce back. You know, because I have my own business. You see,
the opposite between Kenya and South Africa.
Job. They can't even stand up and speak. So these people, bro.
And this is what they gotta understand. They gotta get rid of that fear. They gotta get rid of that white worship shit they got in their head with this fake Jesus they've been worshiping. When you worship people, you can't fight them. You gotta get that worship of the white man out your head. That's gotta go. That's what's been killing you.
Most of them are cowards. So why should I care, bro, about cowards? They don't inspire me. I'm sure most of them, I inspire them. They don't inspire me. I'm not inspired by most people who are committing there.
Can't believe you tell the truth. South Africa tell the truth.
The country is bigger than William Ruto.
That's right.
What we are seeing out there is a total repudiation of William Ruto and what he stands for.
Yeah.
The entire
country no confidence.
Reason enough to say Ruto must.
He can't govern.
The country.
He can't govern. This is show of no confidence. But they're gonna try to get more brutal in Kenya. This is show of no confidence. He won't be able to stay in power because this is show no confidence. The majority do not want him here, don't want him there.
Is bigger than William Ruto. What we are seeing out there is a total repudiation of William Ruto and what he stands for. The entire country has risen up to say Ruto must go. We want the president, because he has failed at this particular moment in time, even withdrawal of that bill will not be enough. William Ruto resigned as president of the Republic of Kenya because you have failed Kenyans. From your own home in Sugoi, all the way up the mountain, down the lake, across the coast, Kenyans are saying, you go, because you are
right.
as a president of the Republic of Kenya.
Just like your Smart J said, this bond not even being tribal. The tribe that vote for them saying no. You know how positive that is in Africa? You can never get that. You're always with that childish tribal shit. They finally graduated to the next level. That's why I'm so very proud of them. They finally graduated. It's crazy. They finally graduated. And they want to bring the rest of Africa kicking and screaming.
We will protect the freedoms that were hard fought for in this country. We are hearing plans of them trying to shut down live broadcasting of these proceedings, including the...
They're gonna shut down the internet. I'm surprised Smart J internet's still on. They're gonna shut down the internet. This is why we turn off the lights. See, this is a regime, not a democracy. See, the scam is up. That's what dictators do. Turn off the internet, turn off the goddamn lights, power, shit. You're in a democracy, you're not supposed to be scared about that. There's nothing scary about that. You got a vote of no confidence, they want to get rid of you.
Proceedings out in the streets, we are being told there are plans to shut down the internet. We want them to know, whether in the light or in the darkness, all these evil people will fall. See? Whether they shut down media.
He said what I said, so they plan to cut off the lights and the internet. That's not democracy, family. It's a dictatorship. That's what all Africa is. See the scam. See, you pull back the scab and the scam that they've been telling people. Democracies. Europeans don't believe in no democracy. Especially with no people that are oppressing. That's the scam. It's a lie. Now they're going to turn off the lights, turn off the internet, so they can't communicate with one another and sit in the dark. That's still not going to stop shit. It's a time that's finally come. When a certain time has come, it's come. And then you can do about it. Okay, this is funny.
William Ruto, the country is bigger than William Ruto. What we are seeing out there is a total repudiation of William Ruto and what he stands for. The entire country has risen up to say Ruto must go. We want the president, because he has failed at this particular moment in time. Even withdrawal of that bill will not be enough. William Ruto resigned as president of the Republic of Kenya because you have failed Kenyans. From your own home in Sugoi, all the way up the mountain, down the lake, across the coast, Kenyans are saying, you go, because you have failed as a president of the Republic of Kenya. Lastly, we will protect the freedoms that were hard fought for in this country. We are hearing plans of them trying to shut down live broadcasting of proceedings, including the proceedings out in the streets. We are being told there are plans to shut down the internet. We want them to know, whether in the light or in the darkness, all these evil people will fall. Whether they shut down media or not, all these people will fall. Because the people of Kenya have said, this is enough. Enough is enough. William Ruto, you must resign as the president of the Republic. You must go. The people of Kenya. I thank you. The country is bigger than William Ruto.
If you're Nigerian or Kenyan, what I'm about to share concerns you directly. The World Bank is low-key colonizing Africa again with their
He understands. You got to understand they low-key colonize. I've been said that. They're trying to go back and colonize it because their countries are broke, fam. These banks are fucked up and broke. These fake banking scams they've been running for years are broke. So the thing is to get back in Africa and be able to steal the real resources to back their fake dollar, their fake scams, the banking scams they've been putting around the world without no real resources behind it. So the thing is to go back in and get the puppets to recolonize Africa through legislation. Right? Legislation. And they're hoping that the people are dumb enough not to know what the hell is going on. That's what they're hoping.
trading loan schemes. These so-called development loans are straight up neocolonialism.
Exactly.
The land pros some cash.
That's what I said.
Nations, on condition that they implement harsh economic policies that undermine your sovereignty. Just look at Kenya and Nigeria right now. Kenya's President Ruto has had to agree to painful budget cuts, tax hikes, and public sector expenditure freezes just to get some World Bank loans. While in Nigeria, President Tinubu might have to reinstate taxes his own government called burdensome to secure World Bank $750 million. It's a vicious cycle of debt and dependency.
Exactly, and that's what it's done on Bama. This was done on purpose. Everybody needs to go read the Confessions of an Economic Hitman. It's never, these debts and these fake ass loans are never designed to help any country. They're predatory in nature, they're vicious and wicked, and they're parasitical. That's what these loans do, they're parasitical. Make sure you can't pay them so they can go grab your real resources out of your country. And these puppets have allowed it to happen. And every African must get rid of their puppets, or you'll lose your birthright to your own land that you're from. Okay? You're going to lose your own birthright. So shout out to the Kenyans for waking up and understand exactly what's going on. Your country being sold, recolonizing you. No matter what kind of gaslighting they do. Oh, these taxes to help you with cancer. Like, what? What are you talking about? Taxes to help you. Got taxes on bread. It's to help you from getting fat. It's all the lunacy. Because these morons didn't even read the bill. The lunacy is absolutely crazy. Because it's so corrupt, so despotic. But they got their way because African people were considered docile and ignorant and never reacting on being oppressed and exploited. But now, you woke a sleeping giant. And now you're scared to death. I knew this is going to topple the government of Kenya. He's got to go. But you got to make sure, because they'll just replace it like they always do. New boss, same as the old boss. That's what you got to be concerned about. To make sure you get somebody that's going to represent you and your family. Not the goddamn Europeans who've been in stealing and killing and robbing. And they coming back in, like I said, I didn't know he was going to be on it. I never seen this guy. I told you to come back in legislatively through their puppets to steal the land. That they couldn't win through war. They couldn't win through combat. So they make up another scam and scheme to come back in and steal. And African people, you say, hell no. You fight to the goddamn death if you got to. That land is your birthright and your children's birthright. And these people never stop. Parasites. Predatory.
As development aid, the bank pushes its neoliberal privatization agenda through these laws, shuttling Africa to policies that hurt the people. Tosha, enough is enough. African leaders need to stand up and reject these predatory laws.
Like I said, predator. Like I told him, like he's learning. I've been said that, predatory. But these leaders he talk about, not leaders, they're puppet put in by the IMF. These elections are phony in Africa, the selections. There's no free election in no fucking Africa.
This is CNN Breaking News.
And we do have some breaking news coming in. We're going to show you new pictures coming out of the Kenyan capital of Nairobi. What you're looking at right there, protesters have breached the Parliament building. Advance, we're told, inside the building. There's also been tear gas and live rounds being fired by police as these protests have been unfolding. Let's get over to CNN's Larry Madowo. He's on the ground there. Larry, bring us up to speed. What are you seeing? What's happening?
Kate, we're outside Kenya's parliament and protesters breached the wall of the National Assembly. This is what you see here that's broken down. And after that happened, we saw police using live rounds to fire at protesters who were largely unarmed. You still see them back there holding the firearms. And this went on for several minutes but protesters still did make their way inside Parliament, made their way inside the floor of Kenya's Parliament, and stole the mace. We saw them make out of the Parliament with the mace of the National Assembly, and they said if they pass this controversial finance bill, then they should sleep inside Parliament, referring to Kenya's lawmakers. There's been an extremely extraordinary scene here with police battling protesters using water cannon and using tear gas, but the protesters kept pushing them back closer and closer. Their intention was to occupy Parliament. These mostly youth protesters had declared 7 days of rage, and today they have declared it a day of a total shutdown, and that's what you see here. You can still hear
This is CNN Breaking News.
And we do have some breaking news coming in. We're going to show you new pictures coming out of the Kenyan capital of Nairobi. What you're looking at right there, protesters have breached the Parliament building. Advance, we're told, inside the building. There's also been tear gas and live rounds being fired by police as these protests have been unfolding. Let's get over to CNN's Larry Madowo. He's on the ground there. Larry, bring us up to speed. What are you seeing? What's happening?
Kate, we're outside Kenya's Parliament, and protesters breached the wall of the National Assembly. This is what you see here, that's broken down. And after that happened, we saw police using live rounds to fire at protesters who were largely unarmed. You still see them back there, holding the firearms. And this went on for several minutes. But protesters still did make their way inside Parliament, made their way inside the floor of Kenya's Parliament, and stole the mace. We saw them make out of the Parliament with the mace of the National Assembly, and they said if they pass this controversial finance bill, then they should sleep inside Parliament, referring to Kenya's lawmakers. There's been an extremely extraordinary scene here with police battling protesters using water cannon and using tear gas, but the protesters kept pushing them back closer and closer. Their intention was to occupy Parliament. These mostly youth protesters had declared 7 days of rage, and today they have declared it a day of a total shutdown, and that's what you see here. You can still hear tear gas in the air, canisters getting fired repeatedly, but the protesters made it all this way. They burnt down this police truck here, which they only managed to put out a short while ago. This is still the scene outside the National Assembly with police, lots of them in the hundreds, kind of beat back the protesters. They retreat briefly, and then they make their way back here. And so that's been the sound of Nairobi all day. This blasts throughout the day. It has made it sound almost like a war zone, a heavily militarized response to what is essentially peaceful protest that's protected under the Kenyan Constitution, and that is the anger you see from the people here. We did see at least 2 bodies lying here on the floor, on the ground outside Parliament. We're waiting for an official police confirmation of how many people have been killed in this, how many people have been wounded. The CNN has seen 2 bodies lying on the floor, and this the sign of the dramatic day we've had outside Kenya's Parliament today, and this shows no signs of stopping. Kenya's Interior Ministry said all these protests have to end by 6:30 p.m. So we're about just under 3 hours away from that. But these people are determined, beating back police, bringing banners. They say they're peaceful protesters.
You're not going to tell me when this shit going to end.
For President William Ruto to listen to them and to avoid overtaxing them. Kate?
Yeah, and I want you to remind people what is at the core of these protests, how it is escalated. So how it is escalated to this
escalated because
point.
You've been trying to go back and colonize it.
Former President Barack Obama, who was there protesting.
That is that, and that was extraordinary because she generally stays away from politics, Obama. But today she said she needed to join these young people of Kenya who are protesting. I want you to listen to what she told me.
I'm here because look at what's happening.
I told you, I'm probably bring some Obama bullshit up in there and see what's going on.
Young Kenyans who are demonstrating for their rights. They're demonstrating with flags and banners. I can't even see anymore. They're being tear gassed. They're being tear
If you guys have seen Joby in that video, I showed Joby in that video, again, they used Colgate, they had Colgate on their eyes, that somehow stopped the tear gas from getting in your eyes with the Colgate on beneath the eyelids and shit. Crazy.
That was an extraordinary scene to see our Obama out here in the street with these young people. We're back here on the street and you see the tear gas getting fired here. And so many of these protesters are not intimidated by that. Some of what we hear sound like live rounds here outside Parliament. We're not exactly certain that there's a distinctive sound between what is tear gas and what is live ammunition. And we have seen police use live ammunition here, using rifles and AK-47s. And protesters saying, we are peaceful, stop shooting us, stop killing us. We see one young man lying on the ground there, and some of them even getting very close to the police. That's what happens. Tear gas getting fired again and again, trying to beat back these peaceful protesters who do not seem to be moving too far away from that. As it happens, they keep coming back and daring the police to make sure that the government of President Ruto hears what they're saying about how difficult life has become for them because of the high cost of living, and they fear that if this finance bill passes, it's going to be even more expensive for them.
My goodness. Blair, please continue reporting. Please stay safe. The situation
like I said, Job and them were out and all that stuff today. I was worried about them, make sure they stay safe. So Job and the rest of the staff was out there in there today.
Patriots, comrades, Gen Zs, and millennials, greetings. I wish to express my heartfelt condolences for those who have lost loved ones and those who have been injured or maimed by Ruto's goons all over the country today. I also wish to say thank you very much for showing Ruto that the country belongs to 54 million Kenyans and not to him and his cronies. The country does not belong to those that they elected. Ruto must resign now. Ruto must resign now.
He's not going to survive.
The government must be dissolved now.
He's not going to survive
so that we can have fresh elections. I am aware that they are planning to declare a state of emergency or impose martial law and curfews. We will get that completely. We are going to occupy everywhere. Every inch of Kenya belongs to the people of Kenya. There shall be no conferences in Kenya, including Nairobi, presided over by the...
Now you know this old guy is. I think Smart Jaden fell asleep. This is late in Kenya. I don't know who this guy is. I don't trust this old ass dude. I don't know nothing about him. See, whenever you get these fake dudes, they want to get in front of the damn parade and get the run off at the mouth. So I don't know who this guy is. I don't know who this guy is, so I don't know if he's credible or not. These old motherfuckers ain't been nowhere until the youth cat out there. They putting the real work. These old bastards ain't been nowhere saying shit. Now that the stuff is in motion, they want to jump their ass out in front of it and take credit for a movement that had nothing to do with them. So I don't know who the hell he is. So you got to be careful of that. You got to be careful of old people trying to co-opt a movement that they had nothing to do with.
Tongaren MP John Mulumba amesalimiwa kidogo na Gen Z. Amepata kichapo.
Now I've never seen nobody this all over the planet. Gen Z that took over a whole goddamn country. Took it over. Took it over. Gen Z. The youth, the kids, 20 years old and the 25 and 20 to 25, and took it over. 19 to 25 and took it over, tore it down, shot in the streets.
Mnamwona? Na bado kuna wengine. Kuna wengine bado. Tongaren MP John Mulumba amesalimiwa kidogo.
Places like Kenya.
And the lie persists, Mr. Speaker, because even some of the photos that we were seeing out of the streets, I can tell you as a graphic editor that they do not belong to this country. Photos of...
It's so corrupt. This some Baghdad Bob shit. This dude's in public. These photos are phony. They don't even belong to the country as a photo editor. They're so corrupt. So fucked up. This is Baghdad Bob shit. It's so corrupt. It's so bad. As a photo editor, these photos in the streets are someplace else. They all in the Parliament building, but these photos are someplace else.
Speaker. This Baghdad Bob. Because even some of the photos that we were seeing out of the streets, I can tell you as a graphic editor that they do not belong to this country. Photos were being taken off the internet and being edited and posed as Generation Z. I am a photo expert, Mr. Speaker. I can point out to you photos that were edited to look like they were in the...
Nonsense.
Speaker. And the lie persists, Mr. Speaker.
It's all corrupt. This is Baghdad Bob level. These pictures and these photos are phony. These photos out in the streets are from another country. They're not from Kenya. I'm a photo editor. These are not pictures from Kenya. I'm a photo editor. This is some Baghdad Bob shit.
Because even some of the photos that we were seeing out of the streets, I can tell you as a graphic editor that they do not belong to this country. Photos were being taken off the internet and being edited and posed as Generation Z. I am a photo expert, Mr. Speaker, and I can point out to you.
He's a photo expert, but he can't look outside the window and see these the kids out there. He's a photo expert, but he can't look outside the window. This is Baghdad Bob shit.
Photos that were edited to look like they were in the...
Nonsense.
Speaker. And the lie persists, Mr. Speaker, because even some of the photos that we were seeing out...
Going for stuff.
Hey, lovely Kenyans. I did a video showing you about Americans' democratic representatives who are in our parliament. Now, look at this behind me. After parliament, they went for a party, they went to State House. Of course, Kukula Mandazi na Machapati, they went to State House. Don't be cheated.
You remember when they were trying to pass it, all these wicked ass Republicans from America were over in their state house, in their parliamentary building. All these white people up in there, these racist ass Republicans in there. What were Republicans from America doing in the Kenyan state house, in the parliament? Why were they there? Oh, because they need to recolonize Africa. You get it? That's what this is about. You know, white people say go back to the jungle. Where's the jungle at? They don't look too much of a jungle to me. You know, I've been to all these African countries. I've never been in no jungle yet. I've been to all these African countries. I've not been in one goddamn jungle yet. Where are these jungles they talk about? Understand this, family. This is white people trying to do legislation, but they couldn't do on the battlefield. Steal the land of African people. That's what this is truly about. The parasitical, predatory thing of these people. And luckily the youth knew what was going on. This is the stealing of the country. Because they wanted land, family, land. Why don't they want land in Europe? Why do they always want land in Africa? You ever ask yourself that question? Why do Europeans always want land in Africa? Always. Why?
It's true. As I say, I want to issue my concerns. I'm ready to see change in this country. I'm ready to die for freedom. I'm ready to die for justice. I'm ready to die for equality. So if we are not continue living as slaves in our own country, in the land of our fathers, the land where our fathers died and died to free this nation from the shackles of colonialism. Colonialism never needed in this country. When in this court, they use colonial criminals, colonial laws. That is why I cannot get justice. I want to speak myself. I realize that there comes a special moment in life when you must speak for yourself. Nobody else can do it for you. I am tired, so sick and tired of living as a slave in my own country. And I've said this a lot of times, many times, and I'm going to do so many things, so many actions to bring change into this country. We cannot continue to be ruled like this. Being ruled by sick people, by mad people, by liars and thieves and criminals. These are the people who are in power in Kenya, in Africa. That is the situation we are living in. That is kind of life we are living in. That's why people are dying and nobody cares. People are suffering, nobody cares. So I don't know what's the role of the government. I don't know. I want to know today what's the role of the government. Protect the people or to kill the people or to make the people suffer.
Cat's out the bag.
The government has failed. Everybody has failed. We have
they passed the threshold now. Kenya's never gonna be the same. It's gonna be all happen. They passed the threshold where they're not gonna allow you to steal their shit no more. You're not gonna live in poverty. You're not gonna be scammed as the richest continent on the planet, and all the wealth going to white people. That's over. This is a domino effect. This genie's not going back in the bottle. Not going back in. It's going to spread throughout Africa. Why? And I said this was coming. Everybody knew I said this was going to happen. Like I said, I've been asked to create another political party in Kenya from political people who've already reached out to me. I'm gonna do that behind the scenes. I've already been asked to, build that. So, and I told you that's why they were doing all these divisions in Africa. They're doing the division with Black African Americans, with all this Tariq Nasheed and Jason Black and all these motherfuckers hating on African people, because I told you this was about to pop off. That's why these goopy Negroes, I know you got this moron telling you hate other Africans while he's trekking for coochie in Virginia. This moron. This Jason Black idiot. Who's in it and gave credibility. I'm talking to you too again, more. I see the analytics. You listen to what I said Sunday night. Come get this work. You're not. Your handlers always told you don't mention his name. Because you put my name back on the map. Don't mention my name, boy. Be a good boy. Be a good puppet. Sleeping with moderators and all. Talking about they building shit. Sleeping with moderators. Got 5 kids and shit. Trying to be a phony ass Kevin Samuels. This goopy Negro trying to be a phony Kevin Samuels. You Negro, go get Tariq's old Mac lessons. Because you need them. Because you are a moron. People listen to this. You niggas are still listening to Jason Black. Good luck to you, morons. What do you pay to mod no money? What are the editing videos for free? Talking about black empowerment and being on code and hating other African people. And so this is why you don't hate other African people, because this was about to pop out. This brings back wealth to all African people globally. But now you got all these divisions that they try to put in, so they can keep control of their power on the world stage. Whoever rules Africa rules the world. You understand that? No matter what no motherfucker tells you, whoever runs Africa runs the world. Like it or not. That's why the U.S. Congress was there. Whoever rules Africa rules the world. That's a fact. They don't want black people to rule it. They stole it 200 years ago with the Berlin Conference. What you see now, we got the Africans waking up and getting it back. See, things are not linear. Things work in cycles. The pendulum goes to the right, the pendulum goes back to the left. Nothing stays stagnant and permanent in the universe. The one constant in the universe is change. But the European thought he could steal the world and hold it the way he stole it. He really believed that shit. And the world said, no, it's not going to be allowed anymore. What's that? I'm over here. What's this thing doing?
Anyone who learns 9.
So let me just get this straight. So a couple of weeks ago, we have Kamala Harris shaking hands with President Ruto of Kenya. Mm-hmm. Then you have the state dinner with Biden here in the United States. Then that president goes back to Kenya,
still out the land,
creates legislation to tax the Kenyan people up to 36% of
and still their land.
36% increase. In order for them to pay the IMF.
Mm-hmm.
And a part of that legislation is also saying that they could appropriate land.
Exactly.
Take land.
Exactly. They can steal the land. They can appropriate the land. That was the scam. They can appropriate the land. That's what these devils always do. It's about land and stealing and grab. So what they couldn't steal on the battlefield 60 years ago, they come back through legislation by putting their puppets in. See, Ruto was already corrupt from 2007 when he committed acts of crimes against humanity. He's supposed to be locked up in The Hague. Him and the previous president, Uhuru. But they allowed them to be prison, so they didn't lock them up. Because they were going to be their boys. That's how they're going back and trying to steal Africa.
From the Kenyan people as pretty much like payment to the IMF. Like, that's embarrassing. Because, and on top of that, there was actual congressional leaders from the United States.
Yeah, they were there. Mostly Republicans and a couple bootlick handkerchief head black women, like 2 black women who had no power, these handkerchief head prods, but they were all Republicans looking to get a land grab.
Were there.
Yeah,
while this was being passed.
Yeah, they were there.
And now there's riots and multiple people have died. Dozens of people have been harmed and hurt, tear gassed, all for a recolonization project that the United States just facilitated.
Exactly.
And had President Ruto, who is a sellout to his people, carry out. They must know they're gonna lose in November, because y'all know social media exists. Oh yeah, y'all know, because y'all wanted to be banned. So let me just get this straight.
Don't you see? Separation every day. Families breaking under stress. Over taxation, it's a mess. Reject the bill. Reject the bill. No, try and reach your will. Don't you see? Separation every day.
I guess the water cannon didn't work on him. He's like, fuck that water cannon.
Families breaking under stress. Over taxation, it's a mess. Reject the bill. Reject the bill. No, try and reach your will. Don't you see? Separation every day. Families breaking under stress. Over taxation, it's a mess. Reject the bill. Reject the bill. No, try and reach your will. Don't you see? Separation every day. Families breaking under stress. Over taxation, it's a mess. Reject the bill.
They believe that it's okay. They use the Bible to condone it. So this is something that they're trying to bring back.
Wow. That is crazy. You know, in the Dominican Republic, they're trying to.
I'm not called to say what people would like to hear.
Are you scrolling instead of sleeping again? It's okay. It happens to the best of us.
My phone locked up. Hold on. What happened? Man, my TikTok just went crazy. It's locked up. Give me a second, guys. That was crazy, man.
Finger balloon.
Doing update tonight. Ready for 342. Made out AQ.
Our brothers in Kenya are protesting against the finance bill that is there too.
So Russia's Vladimir Putin has scored a major win this weekend, both economically and militarily, if you want to call it that. So if you don't know, the Russian president went to North Korea this weekend.
Probably member in Parliament. Oh, wicked ass. Damn. Damn, he destroyed that car. They rocking the shit out of that car. Damn. Oh my God. You wicked people are getting dealt with. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Woo, they tore that car to shreds, Jack.
After watching everything going on in Kenya, never ever take the promises of a politician that wants power. Never take it seriously. Because in 2022, when William Ruto wanted to become the president of Kenya, he was speaking as an ordinary Kenyan. In 2022, an 8% tax was placed on fuel. Ruto was saying it is indescribable, it is harsh, and that if he comes into power, he will introduce what is called the hustler economy. So now Kenyans have given him the mandate to lead them, and look at what he's doing. The 8% tax that was introduced in 2022 and he was wondering about, he has increased it to 24%. He has introduced tax on everything, and the existing ones, he has increased them. Ruto, now when the Kenyans are saying they don't want the bill, they are rejecting the bill, he has unleashed soldiers on them. Meanwhile, what I know is that if something is internal, it is police that deals with it. He has unleashed soldiers on the protesters. So far, 8 people are dead protesting peacefully. According to the news we are receiving from our correspondents, Kenyans have taken over the Parliament House. Yes, they have overpowered the securities and now they are in the Parliament House. Yes, the Kenyans, after they have entered into the Parliament House, they have ate all the food in the Parliament House. And what did they do next? They set the Parliament House on fire. And they are frustrated. They also set some of the parliamentarians' cars on fire. Only if Ruto listened to the voice of reasoning and cancelled the bill, all these things will not be happening. Look, when Ruto's term is over, he should not think of contesting again because they will not vote for him. Ruto has disappointed all of us. You know,
repercussions, family. I'm going to show you how serious this is. This is going to have a domino effect. They're going to be scared to death. It's going to have a domino effect throughout Africa. That's a good thing for us.
Why is no one speaking about this? So someone asked me this question yesterday on my post about the IEC court that directed all the respondents to MK Party's applications to set aside the election results so that we can go back to the voting polls. So this person asked,
how did Israel gain so much power over the United States?
Yeah, it controls it.
4 parts. Level 1, bribery, creating the mega donors.
Nah, number 1, they own the banks. That's how they got control over America. They own the banks. How about that? The IMF, the World Bank, goddamn Federal Reserve Bank, Bank of International Settlements. They own that shit. That's why. They had the money to bribe all these politicians, and they work for Israel. It's a fact.
Blackmail. Level 3, the media.
They own all the media. Exactly. They own all the media. They don't own all the media. They try to gaslight you. They own all the media. That's a fact. How you do it, you don't. But they do.
Let's start with the bribe.
And have you noticed none of these handkerchief head fake new black medias were mentioned? The white supremacists, the white supremacy, white supremacy, white supremacists, white supremacy, white supremacists, white supremacy. But they never mentioned the goddamn you know what. That's why I know they on the tank and phony. White supremacists, white supremacists. They never mention these motherfuckers right here we listening to.
They created the largest self-licking ice cream company.
Never.
In short, U.S. foreign aid to Israel, which is always in the billions, is split into 2. One part is earmarked for U.S. defense industries, making the MIC happy. The other part goes to benefiting commercial interests that select cabal of extremely wealthy state leeches. This creates a donor class. the donor class then lobbies directly or finances professional lobbies like AIPAC to bribe Congress to do Israel's bidding. Their first demand is always to send more money.
We already know about that, but now they still.
These demonstrations have even augmented. They are not just talking about this finance bill. Now we are saying Ruto must go because he has crossed the red line. We are going to demand that the IMF draft bill be pushed back because it is not a product of the people. So what the Kenyan people are saying that do not debate a product that is being imposed upon the Kenyan people. What puts President Ruto
everybody late and I'm about to wrap it up in a minute.
Is that he affirms to the
Kenyan my battery
people
going out too,
that
shit.
he will be observe fidelity to the Kenyan constitution. If the President Ruto violates the constitution, he has no mandate, he has no jurisdiction to be our president. And
phone going there too, shit.
In Article 1 of the Constitution,
we all know an apology. We do not owe Mr. William Ruto an apology. We do not owe our parents an apology. We are here where we are as a result of their ignorance. We have now taken over. On Monday, we are going to the streets. And we're not just going to the streets on Monday. We are even going to fight those members of parliament in their houses. And we shall tell them they either have to listen to us, they shape in or they shape out. There is no time to waste. We cannot waste any single day when our future is being ruined. We cannot waste a single day when we are not assured of a meal in a day. We cannot waste any single moment when our children are not able to go to school. We cannot lead and usher in the kind of experiences our parents have brought us with. We must promise our children a better future than what we were given by our parents. And the only way to do this is to make sure that we bring into place a government that is accountable, a government that is transparent, a government that obeys the rule of law, a government that observes the human rights, and a government that is responsive to the plight of the people. We are telling this government, we are going to put into test Act 1 of the Constitution.
See, in Africa, they're not used to no Africans having a voice, and they don't want that. And that's what scared the goddamn powers that be. The docility is finally woken up. Like I said, it's going to happen. I've been predicting this for a while, so it's about to happen. What's just going to be in Kenya? So shout out to my staff, family. Shout out to the staff, who was out in the streets. Let's see here. Let's see. Some of them, yeah. Let me see. Yeah. Let me go back to some of this. Out in the street, let me show some of this. Before I get out of here. I'm not playing. All right, give me a second. So this is the staff right here. Let me show some of this stuff before I get out of here. So let me show the staff who's out there in the thick of things. Yeah, Joby, yeah, Shimani, yeah, Canvas, and you had Danny out there. His arm still messed up. He couldn't be out there. His arm still jacked up. But as it was on TikTok, it got more intensified, and TikTok shut them down. They shut their live down. They were doing nothing but just showing what was going on. Because they need censorship, family. The people that run this world need censorship. The world is based on lies and nonsense and ignorance. And they've been riding the backs of everybody, exploiting everybody on the planet. Not just the Africans, exploiting everybody. But the white race has been good because they've been the less exploited. Now it's coming back infecting their ass too. And that's why you see them crying everywhere. There's no problem with the exploitation has been on your back. Trying to fast forward to some. So this is the morning when it was just getting started before it got crazy. The governor was out there early before it got crazy. Remember, they were getting tear gassed and shot upon out there. They were getting tear gassed and shot in the face.
Okay.
Yeah, so the town of the people is so crazy, and this is just literally not even town itself. We're just actually not even in town itself. We're way behind town.
Yeah, they were blocked. They're outside Nairobi right now. They were blocked from getting in there until they just broke free. They were blocked from getting to the city center until they broke free and got in there. So that's them on the outskirts of the capital. They were restricted from getting that, blocked off the ways to get into the capital city, into Nairobi. Until the kids just overwhelmed their ass with the numbers. Now we're just saying this is a fight for African people globally. That's being oppressed and shit stolen from us on a global level. That's why they want division between us and us as African people, or whatever you want to call yourself. That's why they want this division. That's how they be able to stay in power from being a small minority and steal everything on the planet by our division. And that's why you got these Negroes in America causing this fake division when we don't got nothing here. When you rise up from oppression and try to unite with each other, we can take back these lands and this land too, if that's the fact. I mean, if that's what you want to do as well over here. We should do that through unity, not by hating each other. You don't need to hate each other. And cause this fake division for morons going to get coochie 1,000 miles away and not paying for it or whatever the hell he's doing. Sleeping with moderators and all. You know, those are the people they're going to allow them to speak to you and their numbers grow. The morons, the idiots, they don't expect to build anything but division. Can't show me shit that they built, nothing. I'll wrap this up though.
So guys, there have been protests in Kenya and lives have been lost, and it doesn't look like things are going to be coming down anytime soon. They stormed parliament and that's when they opened fire and they're using live ammunition on these guys. And you ask, what are these protests about? Well, the protests are about taxation. So what has happened is that President Ruto raised taxes on everything, basically, like everything, from food to fuel, transport, diapers, everything, in order to raise $2.7 billion for the economy. Now, the question that I would ask, anybody who is watching this is that, isn't this the same president who had a little visit somewhere not more than a few weeks ago, which I made a video about? You see, this William Ruto over here, and this is Joe Biden, and he went over to the United States on a state visit, the first African leader in 16 years, and he was asking for deeper trade relationships with the US and so on and so forth. And I remember when I made my video and I said, why are you doing that when everybody in Africa is trying to separate themselves from the US? The reality though is that the problems that Kenya is facing right now is rooted in the aid and the deals that they've done with the likes of America and the UK.
In the West, exactly. It's an endless cycle of debt. Like I said, harken back to Confessions of an Economic Hitman. That's what you're dealing with. And it's complete stealing of They came out in the bill. This is still the country. Still the land. Make no bones about it. But the youth understood what this was about. It's the stealing of the whole country. And given away by their puppet who don't have the right to give their land away to nobody. And this is going to topple them. So you got the old folks coming out, the ones that are politicians trying to get in front of this and take credit. That's not going to work either. You always get an old fake politician that you see the way the wind's blowing, try to jump out in front of the parade and be like he's the headmaster of it. Nah, the youth are. And this will topple this government. Because this is a show of no confidence. And so what this does shows all Africans around from Ghana and Nigeria, you get your scared ass up. You get your scared ass up. You get rid of your fear and you can win your freedom. So this is what they're scared about. This can be a global domino effect or an African domino effect. Get rid of your fear, you win. Stop being cowards.
And so forth, because this
ruled by wicked ass puppets.
The reason why they're trying to raise taxes and get revenue is because
all that. This is them in the state, this them in the parliament building right here, family. He's like in America 3 years ago.
You hypocrites! We don't fear you! Mr. Speaker! We don't fear you!
They went and ate some food, they went in there, went to the apartment building, went to where the damn cafe, the cafe was at, ate up in there. Shit funny.
You hypocrites! We don't fear you! Mr. Speaker! We don't fear you! You Konami! We don't inside!
We did not all come from Africa. We all came from melanated people.
You can't stop it. And I'm not just talking to the enemy in white skin, I'm talking to you Negroes. You sellouts. You traitors who spend your days dreaming about seeing your own people destroyed. Imagine a mentality like that, man. People if working night and day to undermine other black people whose only aspiration is to see the total liberation of our people. But with your small peanut mind, your small peanut head, you think that you are to be in control of everything and everyone. Foolish people. You can't stop it. And I'm not just talking to the enemy in white skin, I'm talking to you Negroes. You sellouts. You traitors.
We want to inform the whole country that this is just the beginning of a revolution in this country with the young people. The government is detriment, Ruto is punitive, Ruto is locomoban, his president is only proportional to knowledge, and he has to go home. We do not care. You are a thief, you are a looter, you are looting Kenya to the high heavens. You have to go, you are corrupt. We want to inform the youth of the Republic again. The 20 million of you did not vote in 2022. You have to come up in large numbers so that we send this person home. Any member of parliament who dare vote positive to this Finance Act 2024, there, you will go home. Now, we want to inform the whole country.
That's the parliament trying to get out of there.
So what's up, y'all? I know everybody heard about this voting, this bill passed about drafting
18 to 26 year old.
Anybody gonna let you have?
I don't think we have to worry too much about that no more, because the U.S. troops right now are rejecting the policy of supporting Israel for the fight in Gaza. All the U.S. troops are rejecting it right now. So, I mean, like I said, some of them have some spines. The world is waking up. They are part of the world. They are waking up as well. You know what I mean? Just because they're in the army don't mean that they of the army. You know what I mean? But yeah, U.S. troops all over the world right now are rebelling against Biden for support for Gaza. So, you 18 to 26 year olds, if it does come knocking at your front door, I want you to fight and reject, alright? And we're going to mobilize all over the world to make sure that that law doesn't pass for our people, alright? And for us. And for our children, okay? We're going to mobilize all of it. Don't even worry about it. We got U.S. troops already standing up, you know what I mean? The world's starting to see the world's true colors, you know what I mean? And I don't think people can turn a blind eye to that. So, go on back and relax. So what's up, y'all? I know everybody heard about this voting, this bill passed about drafting 18 to 26 year old children into the army. I don't think we have to worry too much about that no more, because the U.S. troops right now are rejecting the policy of supporting Israel for the fight in Gaza. All the U.S. troops are rejecting it right now. So, I mean, like I said, some of them have some spines. The world is waking up. They are part of the world. They are waking up as well. You know what I mean? Just because they're in the army don't mean that they of the army. You know what I mean? But yeah, U.S. troops all over the world right now are rebelling against Biden for support for Gaza. So, you 18 to 26 year olds, if it does come knocking at your front door, I want you to fight and reject.
Video going absolutely viral right now on X, and I wanted to share it with you guys because
For real though, he asked a question and I've not seen anybody respond or give an answer to the question. Because how do you tear gas a body? No, not for real. How do you do that? Anyway, that is in the building. Let me see who rejecting this bill. Hashtag reject Finance Bill 2024. I'm going to be out on the streets. I don't know about you, but you can do it at home on your phone, whether with tear gas or not. But for real though, he asked the latest.
Moron took gas his own self.
All protesters in Nairobi CBD, guys, please leave by 5:30. I cannot share more information, but please share this as widely as you can. Send it to someone you know who's in town. Leave town by 5:30. There's going to be bloodshed plus 5:30. I'm pleading with you guys. Share this as widely as you can. You'll save a life.
Yeah, because they started killing them. These are international crimes. But you see, the scam has been lifted, but that democracy shit's a lie. Shit white people use to rob and steal and kill. It's phony. It's fraudulent.
Russia has lost 536,000 troops. Their stock market has lost over $300 billion since the invasion. And because of Ukraine drone strikes, they have lost over 1 million barrels a day in refining capacity.
When people try to gaslight black people into saying things like racism happened so long ago, why are we still talking about it? Why is it still a conversation? I wasn't alive during slavery. You weren't alive during slavery.
Yeah,
I think that people think that racism...
What's this? damn TikTok. Heard this movie, somebody you stupid. He is not scared no more.
This is generational wealth, and this is corruption. This is inciting violence, and this is protesting. This is a street vendor, and this is a formal business. These are farmers, and these are workers. This is hard work and dedication, and this is laziness. This is generational wealth, and
It just must have been an amazingly thrilling city to live in. A city of great hierarchy, the king and others in the court being very distinguished by the kinds of attire that they would wear, crowns of glass beads and other things that
people are getting massacred in Githurai. Please pray for Githurai. Mama Mboga.
So let's compare Nairobi to Lagos. Today we'll compare these cities in 6 categories.
You have to put y'all on. You have to put y'all on to how I created my perfect.
The world has changed, and new revolutionary leaders have emerged in African countries like that of Burkina Faso. For the long
Alright, gonna wrap it on up. Helicopter on top of Nairobi's I guess that's their tower over there, something.
Tear gas everywhere. They are throwing from these government buildings, all these buildings. And
Hey, that's my house guy there. That's the guy that sells the houses in Kenya. That's the house guy.
This is the result. This is the result. This is no longer about to reject the finance bill. This is just about the whole parliament, the whole government going down. We must go. People are angry. People are pushing towards parliament. To the right, to the right.
Now we need this in Ghana, Nigeria. Phone going dead over there too.
Everywhere. They are throwing from these government buildings, all these buildings. And
Phone going dead over there too.
Tuko hapa. This is the result. This is the result. This is no longer about to reject the finance bill. This is just about the whole parliament, the whole government going down. We must go. We must go.
Alright guys, let me wrap this joint. I know everybody's sleeping gone by now.
Guys, watch this.
Hey, is Fiona there?
Guys, watch this.
What I intend to tell you tonight is something that you have never been able to learn from any other source. And what I tell you now concerns not only you, but your children and the survival of this country and Christianity. I'm not here just to ditch up.
We understand that Kenya has lost its sovereignty to the Bretton Woods institution of IMF. It is IMF that is dictating whatever is happening in the country right now. And that is why they are saying austerity after austerity. And I want to state here that there is no way that a country can prosper with overtaxation. Kenya has exceeded its tax capacity. And therefore the president must understand that we as the youth, we are aggravated. We as the youth, we are not taking things lightly. And we're not people who you are going to lie to continuously. I want to tell William Samoei Ruto that you are going to make history in Kenya as the first president to exit on a one-term. And we are happy that you're creating the mosaic for us. You are creating the revolution that is going to eat you. We understand.
Alright, I'm gonna wrap it up. Let me show this, part of the Kenyans out there, hoping this will be all Africa wide. What's happening? This thing is back crazy again. Over here. Over here. Yeah, crazy. Over here. Wrap this thing up in it. I think it's gonna do it again. Okay. Alright, family, let me go and wrap this thing, hit this button here. 1212. Say much love to everybody. We out. Told you, back for good. Never come to the weekend do one. Black, hot, fire. If you can, please donate to the channel, Black Eye Fire Network.com, go to donation page, or go to the Cash App, Black Eye Fire, Mr. Black Eye Fire, on Cash App. I keep getting asked for donations. Every little bit is appreciated. We out. Much love. Peace. Woo! I lost Smart J. Much love, Smart J. We out, man. Black. Hot. Hiya. Come on. We out. Woo! Over here, damn it, over here. Love. Back for good in the neighborhood. Black, hot, fire. Woo! Come on. Ow, ow. We out. We out. We out. We out. Black, hot, fire. Woo! Ow. Yeah. out. We out. We out. We out. We out. Much love, family. Everybody have a good day. Good morning. Peace. Black. Hot. High. Peace, love, and hair grease. We out.